Hi everyone, and welcome to our first show of our brand new podcast called Steadfast Life. My name is Lee. This is my lovely wife, Kiara.
Hello.
So today we are going to be talking about resolving conflict in our marriage. Yes, so on this podcast we're going to be talking about family, our marriage, our faith, and just life in general, how we are experiencing it, what we are thinking at the moment, and our experiences. But yeah, let's get into today's topic.
But before we do, didn't you find yesterday's walk in the garden so wonderful? Showing Mappy the ducks.
Yes.
Well, I don't really think they were ducks. I think they were actually geese.
Yes.
Because I feel like they're also
Egyptian geese.
I think so. I'm not sure. It's those brown ones with the big ones. I don't think it's a duck.
That you find there at...
But I saw them Ardeen Gardens.
Ardeen Gardens, for those of you who know.
But now the thing about it is actually that I saw them when we were on the walk today, here in the area, on that school field. So I was like, okay, we went all the way for what? For what reason? But anyways, so...
our daughter Georgia, who is 8 months old today.
Can't even believe it. Getting emotional looking at pictures. Can't. But yeah, it was really magical there for her.
And she sat up for the first time today on her own, got up
you
from
mean
a lying position.
Yes, that was very amazing.
Yeah.
So that's just what's going on in our lives at the moment, but let's get into the topic.
Yes, so the first thing that I think we should do is maybe give an example of conflict in our marriage, or an example of what causes it. So I've got one down here. Okay. And I'll start it off by saying it's when we do not consider each other, not considering the other. But I'm going to speak on my own behalf in this regard. Especially if you go through a moment where you are selfish, and then so for me, the example would be being selfish and not helping with anything and just kind of doing my own thing and ignoring what is going on.
Maybe other obligations.
Yes. So that would be taking myself into consideration. Let me just bring my notes closer because I feel like I can't see it. And I need it more than I thought that I did. That I did. And this is me. So getting randomly invested into something that's just comes out of the blue, and then I will totally investigate, and basically get very invested in that.
It's quite amazing how that happens sometimes, And then what am I left to do? So, am I going to attack you, or how am I going to approach the situation? So just to, give a real practical...
What did I get invested in?
Cannot even deal with coffee.
I was getting invested in what is the difference between filter and espresso coffee, and which one is stronger. And that was my passion for a few hours.
but I could, and some kind of delivery thing, I don't even.
Oh yes.
But then you come to me with it, and I'm just I'm cleaning, working up a storm. I'm cleaning, I'm doing my deep clean, all of that. And I was fine with it, you just sitting there and, chilling out because it was your weekend, it was your day off, and it was my day to do my cleaning. So I was fine with it. It was no problem for me. It's just the way that you acted after that is a little bit oh, okay. So, but anyways, that's done. We obviously have forgiven each other. How did we actually resolve that? How did it come about that we found resolution in that area? Is that right? Resolution?
Yeah. How did we resolve? How did we come to a resolution?
Anyways.
What was the resolution?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the right way to say it. So what did we do? This was now a week ago. Yeah. I have super mom brain, so you must just remind me.
Well, I think we did what we always do. And this is what happens is I feel like I'm the cause of most of our conflict. I'm the one that's most of the time.
But now you see, if I say that I don't feel that way, then it's going to make me look like I'm kind of like putting myself on a pedestal. Like, I don't think I'm ever wrong.
Yeah,
I know,
but it is mostly me. So it is mostly me. I think we can agree on that.
No, but I don't.
Not only, but I think it's mostly.
But then why? Why is that? Like, what do I do that's wrong? You know, like I also do wrong.
I think it's better to use me as an example.
But why? Because maybe it's that I just
it's more common.
But maybe it's just that I get more upset quickly, and then you think that it's you, but then actually it's not you that's like wrong all the time. It's just me that gets upset quickly.
Nah, I don't think so. I think that I'm the cause of most of it. So I think that the way we always come to a resolve, or how we always resolve our conflict, is that we first and foremost do not let the sun go down on our anger.
Definitely.
And especially with my lovely wife, she will not go to sleep if we have a disagreement. Whereas I can sleep like a baby on that.
No.
That night I can sleep. It's not a problem.
I cannot sleep. You actually like, if it even gets to if something happened during the day and then it comes to the nighttime and we still haven't spoken to each other, then something is seriously wrong. That's like stuff that happened when we were dating. That doesn't happen in marriage, really, at all. Like, within maybe like an hour, we will like come together again and be like, you know, like, yeah, what?
Even if it's a few hours. But
no, it's not long. It's really not long. It will be like max 2 hours.
It'll just be natural silence.
Yes.
And then
silence. It's not like it's not like,
no. Okay, it's time. And if I need to humble myself now, I need to humble myself and then own up to what is convicting me and accept that.
Yep.
Not be prideful, apologize, and then reap the rewards after the apology.
Oh my goodness. Okay. What was I thinking now? Literally lost my train of thought.
Okay, but just from a biblical point of view, 1 John 1 verse 9, if we confess our sin, he is faithful and just to forgive us our sins. Obviously, we know as Christians, we want to be like Christ, or following Christ's footsteps, have the mind of Christ in our daily living. And so, we should forgive just as God forgives us. So we know that.
And in that moment, you're just like, your flesh is like, I don't want to say sorry.
Of course.
I know I'm wrong, but I don't want to say sorry because now I'm going to have to say sorry. And then it's just going to, you have to fight your flesh hard in that moment. But we also made it like a thing to, I don't know when it was. I think it was shortly after we got married. We decided that, we're not going to, if I have to come to you and I'm like, oh, hey, I'm so sorry for whatever, for this and that. Then we made it like a thing that we have to say, oh, I forgive you. Because if you don't say, I forgive you, then it's just like, if you're just like, oh, it's okay, it's fine. And I am guilty of that sometimes. I'm just like, it's fine. Then I obviously have to be checking myself in that moment because what do I mean? It's fine. I've obviously there's like a deeper issue there. I'm not forgiving you. I have to forgive you, forget it, let it go, just like God does with our sins, Yeah.
So that, it's that, but that shows love.
Yeah.
Like that, I like that song, John Mayer song. Love is a verb.
Yeah.
Love is a verb. Okay. This is not that time now to sing, but anyway. So you gotta show me.
Okay. Anyways, let's
back to the topic.
Yeah, let's talk.
So I've got another example.
Oh.
When it's a few weeks ago now, I was on vacation.
Oh yeah.
And I was focusing on providing for my family, which is not a bad thing to focus on. It's a good thing to focus on. But with many things, I can get so invested that I actually miss what's happening in front of me. But I'm so grateful to God for revealing to me that time that I got off is actually time that I needed to spend providing for my family in a different way, spiritually, where we needed to, kind of spend quality time together, because it seems like, and I know many people will relate to this, is just life is just like so busy. There's things everywhere. Something's there, something's there, something's here, something's here. How much time do we get to spend with each other? How much time do we get to communicate, to get to know what is happening deep down in each other's hearts and stuff like that? So I just came to that realization. I was having a terrible day, actually. I was trying to record, some music and stuff like that. And it was it was not happening. It was going badly. I was getting frustrated. I was in my feelings about it, in my flesh. I was upset and stuff like that. And then I just came to the realization, like, babe, no, this is not right.
Yeah.
This is not right. I'm focusing so much of my time here. So much attention is going towards this. But let me rather use this time for us to work on our relationship.
Yes.
Where are we now? Because we've been going through a lot of changes in this last year since COVID started, and all of that. We've moved twice now. So I mean, a lot has happened. So just to take stock,
where are we at? Are we good?
Yeah.
What's in your heart?
Yeah.
What are you feeling? What are your deep desires? Like that kind of thing. And obviously, like when you came to me with that information, I know that like I'm supposed to always be light. But obviously, if there's like this thing in the way in your household that's like, oh my goodness, this pressure of like getting things done, I was just like, and it was like that on your vacation week. I was like, and also you're not like at home all the time, every day. So then to have you here being like that, I was just like, so, but when you brought that information to me, I felt like light, and I felt not easy. I felt like light, and I obviously thanked the Lord because I was praying about it, because that was something that was on my heart. Like in the back of my mind, I was like, I wish we could just use this time to, spend with each other, enjoy the sun, relax. You can experience Georgia every day, and like how she's actually developing the whole time while you're on this vacation. So when you brought that to me, I was like, I was overjoyed.
I think I realized that pressure that I'd been taking on, the providing pressure, and that it had put a strain on our marriage, on our relationship, and it caused conflict. And so when something is causing conflict, there's something wrong. If something that you are doing is causing conflict in your marriage, there must be something wrong with that thing that you are doing. So I realized that, and I realized that even now, obviously I'm trying to record music now. Obviously I do love songs, and I'm singing songs, and I'm thinking to myself, but I'm not being genuine, and the feeling isn't coming through with my singing or with my performance, and I feel that, and I'm just like, but if I'm not on good terms with my wife, what am I singing about love for?
What are you doing?
I'm singing about good times, loving you and whatnot, but that's actually not happening. It's weird. Good times.
There's silence. There's crickets.
So then that also made me realize. So just thankful that the Lord used your prayer and worked in my heart there, and just showed me that, hey, there is a more important thing that you need to work on right now, and that is your family.
Yes, because He is the provider,
Exactly.
That's also something that, like, when we were speaking to our friends 2 weeks ago, like, because we were sharing with him, and then he reminded me, like, of the fact that actually, hey, maybe not to look at you as the provider, but like obviously to take all of our needs to the actual provider. Yes. You know what I mean?
So that's what I had to do, because the weight was too heavy. Like I'm trying to do all of these things. I'm trying to finish like 10 tasks in 1 week. I'm trying to do the impossible. So then I realized I just had to take it to the Lord. He will provide.
Yeah.
And then I need to look at what is it that the Lord wants me to do. And then I'm studying Ephesians 5. And this is talking about like how I am to be as a husband. The kind of things that I need. Yes, sure, I need to provide, obviously. But it's much more than that. I don't need to worry about all of that. I need to make sure that the family culture in our home is right, that we are following, that I am pointing you towards the Lord.
Yes.
Am I doing that? Was I
Yes.
doing that? No.
Uh-huh.
I was not doing
But
that.
you are now.
Yes, but then I had to
Yes.
realize that I was not doing my primary role, and that is to lead you and to point you towards Christ.
Yes.
To be your spiritual leader, to be the pastor of the home, the overseer. What are you reading now? Are we talking about the Lord? All of that?
Yeah.
No, we just talk. I'm just talking about, okay, babe, I've got this many things down on my list. I need to check off these. Hey, it's so funny. I actually went to a list there. This is my diary. I'm very proud that I'm writing in it.
Oh my goodness.
But
But I mean, another thing that I also think is important to note is that you can't really argue with a humble person. So if I'm wrong about something, and you actually told me the other day, 2 weeks ago or something, you were talking about something, and then we're giving all our examples here, telling the people the things.
I'm sure it's not all.
Where you were like, no, because you were talking about something, and then I was busy with Georgia. And then obviously now, because I'm a new mom, I'm just like, no, Georgia everything must just be nice for her. Yes. But then you were talking, and then I kind of wasn't really listening to you. I was busy doing things. I was busy feeding her or something. Not that I feed her, but you know what I mean. I was watching her eat.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you were standing there and you said something, and then I don't know, I cut you off or something. And then afterwards, obviously, you said, hey, I don't like it when you do that.
Oh, yeah.
So now, obviously, because you, like you said, it's not, it's not like you let things slide. So that when you do say something that's that you're saying it hey, listen about this. And then you were like, no, I feel like you're disrespecting me. And then I obviously had to be like, whoa, what? I'm disrespecting you. Now, obviously, I don't want to disrespect you. That's the last thing I want to do. And now you're telling me that I am. And I'm just like, so yeah, I'm doing good by, doing good for Georgia. But then at the same time, I'm disrespecting you. So I was just like, So now when you bring that to me, I have to be humble. I mustn't be like, oh, but I'm actually, and shift the blame and not, So I have to not puff myself up, because then already in my mind, I've decided, no, but you're wrong and I'm right. So actually just, you can take a step back. Do you know what I mean? So I had to really do some introspection there. And then, I don't know, I think it was maybe a few minutes later that I said, I'm sorry.
Yeah. One verse that's kind of been really a memory verse for me now is Colossians 3 verse 23. Whatever you do, work heartily as for the Lord. And so even in a marriage, marriage, it is a work. You have to work towards having a good marriage. You can't just, if you just leave things,
happen.
but you need to do it for the Lord.
Yes.
You have to do it because you want to honor God with your marriage.
Yeah.
And so that changes your perspective on things.
It's not
as well.
Yeah.
Because you realize, we are a team and we want to honor the Lord.
Yes.
Our marriage should reflect God's goodness, God's love.
Yeah.
So of course that is something to keep in mind. But for me as well, you really want to, if I could give any advice even, let me not even say advice, but just something that I've learned is to make it as easy as possible for my wife to love me. That is the key. Don't add things that could be a stumbling block, or, things that is going to make it difficult for her to enjoy spending time with me or being intimate with me, anything like that. I need to make it easier for her to have me as a husband, easier for her to honor God as my wife. Don't want to make it difficult for you. Yeah. So that is definitely an important top tip.
Top tip of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, I think that's all we have to say.
Yeah, I think that's...
because that's essentially in a nutshell how we resolve conflict.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's 3 points. We will obviously have everything in the show notes.
Show notes?
Show notes.
Okay.
Show notes, my boy.
But yeah, so that is basically not to let the sun go down.
Yes.
On our
tuffs.
Yes. And that secondly is to forgive each other.
Yes, always. And then thirdly, to be humble.
To be humble and to honor the Lord.
Yes.
And keep that's at the center.
And also, obviously, not to be selfish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's honoring the Lord as well.
Yeah, I feel like all of them fall under the...
Those 3 points is...
honoring the Lord, and then those 3 points,
Yes.
The examples, how to...
Yes.
Yeah.
But anyway, we hope that you have enjoyed the show. We have really enjoyed it. We've kind of been wanting to do it for a while, but just never got around to it. But we are...
But this is also going to be something that will hold us accountable.
Yes, now that is the heart behind it. Now we obviously we've been married for
2 years.
2 years. So obviously we are still learning a lot, and I'm sure we will learn all the way.
Definitely.
Persevere till the end.
Yep.
In our love. But we just would love to share, and if it could be an encouragement to anybody out there, then that would be such a blessing to us.
Yeah.
And also, like you said, this is going to be something that's going to hold us accountable to what we say, like when we talk about some things and, oh yes, we did things this way and we did that. Okay. Now next time, let's stay true to that and let's not waver from that.
Remember what you said.
But really, it's just going to be enjoyable, and we hope that you will join us along on this ride. And so to close off, pursue a steadfast life.
A life that is faithful, resolute, and filled with unwavering love.
Honor God through a steadfast life.
Yes.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.